Fear is either an internal brick wall or a doorway. You decide. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am your muse, Tracy. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to join me and subscribe to my channel. Let's just dive right in. So, fear is either a brick wall or a doorway, and you do decide this. But up until this point, you may have been choosing this unconsciously. In this video, I'm going to help you learn how to choose consciously so that you can bring this to light, bring the fears to light, and you can dominate your inner world, which then begins to dominate your outer world. Think about it. If you can't dominate your inner world, how do you think you'll ever dominate the outer world? And I want to clarify what I mean by that. What I mean by dominate your outer world is consciously create your reality. Okay, so don't get my words twisted. I'm using this analogously to consciously creating the life you choose and you desire to experience. So that's what I mean. So, if you're not new here to my channel and to my teachings, you've probably no doubt heard me talk about this brick wall concept. I use this analogy a lot when I'm talking about reacting to circumstances. But today I'm talking all about fear, and the type of fear I'm referring to is created internally. So I'm not talking about, fear of being chased or eaten by a bear, not that type of fear. I'm talking about the fear that is internally generated and experienced, and specifically I'm referring to the fear that blocks you from your desires, which can also be called a limiting belief. And to be complete and thorough, these two things are the things that we react to, right? So external circumstances or our own feelings, our own fears or limiting beliefs. These are the two things that we typically react to. So, like the external circumstances brick wall, you can start to do this with the internal limiting beliefs and fears, which I'm referring to as a brick wall in this video. Just the same. You can do it the same that you have been hopefully practicing with your external circumstances. You can turn those either into a brick wall. They probably already feel like a brick wall, your fears. But you can turn them into a doorway, just the same that you can turn your external circumstances into a doorway. And again, I have multiple videos at this point about that. So you can search the channel if you want to hear all about that as well. So how do you turn your internal fears, limiting beliefs from experiencing them as a brick wall to experiencing them as a doorway that you walk through? You walk through doorways, right? You don't walk through brick walls. Well, before I get into the how, I just want to mention that some people find this harder, transforming your internal brick walls. They find that harder, dealing with the fear, the internal brick walls, than they find, dealing with external circumstances and external brick walls. Some people struggle with the external, but in my experience with a lot of my one-on-one clients that I work with, and even with myself, I found the internal brick walls to be more challenging. And again, this is what I see with a lot of my one-on-one clients. It's quite common for people to struggle with the internal brick walls even more than circumstances. You may feel differently. You may find that the inner is easier. That's fine. Everybody's different, but I just wanted to mention it in case you do find it more challenging to face and change the internal brick walls. I just want you to know that that's quite normal, and I've had that experience, and I see my other clients having that experience as well. Okay. So on to how. How do you turn your internal brick walls into glorious, magnificent doorways? into, it's a doorway into everything that you are desiring, basically. Well, first and foremost, you have to remember who you are. You have to remember the truth of your being, the real you. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You are not this human body, this human, being. That's not the truth. You are pure energy having this human experience, right? When you die, your body stays here, but your energy that you truly are goes on forever. It always exists. You can't destroy energy, right? So this is a temporary home, a temporary experience. It's not the truth of who you are. So you are pure energy, and you are the most powerful energy that exists. And the truth of this energy is unlimited, powerful, eternal, limitless, divine. I know I said unlimited and limitless. That's okay. We can say that multiple times because it bears repeating. This is the truth of your being. Anything else other than that is conditioning or programming, and it's not truth. So once you remember the truth of who you truly are, unlimited, infinite, eternal, powerful, and you recognize that you are having a fearful or limiting thought or reaction or internal conversation, any kind of fearful internal experience, you recognize this is happening. You remember who you are, then with that awareness of these two things, who you are and that you're having the fear, right? You have to recognize fear for what it is. And this is something I teach my clients to do, because if you don't slow down and recognize I'm having fear, you just believe it's real. So you have to come to this place, and your emotions help you to do this. You have to come to this place where you start to see fear as fear, right? You have to see it as fear. It's never true, but we don't have to take that far of a leap right now. You just need to see that I'm having a fearful thought. And again, you don't have to leap all the way to fear is never true. Eventually you will, but it starts by just recognizing the fear, which then you can start to, again, with the remembering of who you are, you can start to see the fear doesn't have to be true. And it's not true. It's never true about the truth of who you are. So you recognize this is happening. You remember who you are. Then, with the awareness of these two things, you can start to change the fear back into truth. Let's take an example. I know you guys love tangible examples, so let's take an example. Let's just say you've taken a job interview and you're having fear that you won't get the job. The interviewer didn't like you enough, you didn't perform well enough, your credentials are not enough. This is all fear, by the way, and only one possible option, by the way. So rather than experiencing this as your truth, rather than continuing to hold this as a deeply held belief about yourself, rather than projecting this out and aligning this with that parallel reality, you remember your truth, that you are an infinite, powerful being, right? This is always step one. We can't skip this step. Don't just assume that, yeah, I always know that. No. Always come back to this as step one. You remember who you are, and you remember that the fear is only one option, and it's not the truth of who you truly are. You can also choose to believe and think and experience different ideas and thoughts about yourself. Like, I did my best in the interview, and my best is always enough. I have unique qualities that are highly desirable and can't be passed up. Even if I didn't perform the best out of all the candidates, I'm still the most obvious and desirable choice for the position. Everyone sees my value and worth, and they want me on their team, or something like that. Now, I want to mention that if you skip the first step in remembering the truth of who you are, you can still do the second step. And this is how most people try to do it. I'll refer to that as flipping thoughts. You'll not get the same results though, and you'll come from a place of trying to make something happen out there rather than a more profoundly powerful place of consciously choosing who you are. You create yourself as well. Let's not forget that. So if you truly think that you are not worthy because you identify with your past, or you identify with your previous experiences and you think you're just trying to tell a different story and you're just pretending to be something or someone different, this is not powerful. It's not as powerful as remembering the truth of your being, and therefore remembering that you have a choice in who you are. Like choosing an avatar, you always get to choose. So when you remember who you are, you know your past has nothing to do with who you are, and all of your power is in this now moment. It's not in your past experiences, of course, unless you put it there. All of your power is in this now moment. And it's in this moment that you get to decide and choose who you are, and you choose consciously the story that you're telling about yourself. And when you do this from this powerful place of remembering that you get to choose, and your conscious choice is just as available to you as the unconscious, fearful choice is available to you. They're both equally available to you to experience, by the way. This is when you can make a powerful shift internally, dominating your internal reality, your inner world, which leads to what? Dominating your outer reality, or like I said, consciously creating your outer reality. I'm wanting to change that because I feel like these words, someone is going to want to twist the words and dominating your, right? So I want to be clear that this is what I mean about dominating your inner world leads to dominating your outer world. I'm basically saying dominating your inner world, taking control of that, leads to you consciously creating your outer world, your outer experience. And you can't do the outer without the inner. This is why people continue to struggle with manifesting, because they try to just do the outer. They don't want to do the inner. Or maybe they've tried and they failed because, I don't know, it's hard, or they got wrong information, or whatever. They just don't want to go there. And I used to be there too. I didn't care about the inner because I didn't know what I didn't know, right? So, but eventually when this, trying to consciously create the outer keeps falling short, I always deeply resonated with, I know I'm the creator of my reality. I had enough evidence and proof to know that that was deeply true. So I had to look at myself about, why isn't this, shifting externally more? It should be. It's because I was skipping over the internal. So it leads to consciously creating a reality, essentially turning your fears from a brick wall into a glorious doorway that you walk through. Because if you think you're not getting the job, you have fear around this, and you allow your fear to run the show, and you are swept away by believing this because you didn't remember the truth of who you are, and you just base your fear on past experiences, or you use it as a protection mechanism to protect yourself from getting your hopes up, you're creating that. So if you allow the fear to run the show and you get swept away and you don't remember who you are, then you create your own your reality. You'll most likely get the evidence of that you don't get the job. And then you will say, see, I knew it was true, when really, no, you created it to be true. So I was going to use multiple examples here, but I don't want this video to be too long. You can use any other example you want to replace fearful thoughts around getting the job with any other fearful thoughts. Not getting the date, not getting the commitment, not getting money, not getting the house that maybe you wanted, or not getting sales in your business. Whatever it is, whatever fearful thoughts, or whatever the subject is that you want to use an example, the circumstances do not matter. I just had to pick one example, but you can use any of the ones that I listed, or anything that's specific to you, whatever you're having fear about. Whatever, is coming up inside of you that is a brick wall. So you have a desire, and then, immediately when you recognize this desire, there's this brick wall, there's this reason about why you can't have the thing that you want. That's a fearful thought. That brick wall, whatever you imagine is the limitation, the brick wall, the stopping point about, whatever you think is stopping you from achieving your desired end, that is fear. That is what fear is. So use any subject, any example that you want to, and this is how you turn that seeming brick wall, this internal brick wall, which is fear, turning it into a doorway that you walk through. So that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below. If you have any video suggestions, please leave that in the comments as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.